This is for aw10. This is chapter 3. We're going to start talking about probability. Probability is basically the measure of the likelihood that something is going to happen. So we talk about this when we say, hey, what's the chance of being struck by lightning or winning the lottery or, hitting it big at the casino. It's more or less calculating what the chance is of something happening. Two things that are important. If you have a probability of 0, it will never happen, right? I have 0 chance of breathing in outer space without a spacesuit, right? The probability of 1 is a guarantee it's going to happen, right? So if I drink water, or if I splash water in my face, there's a 100% chance I'm going to get wet. We always want to do this by kind of using real life examples. So we kind of got a few figured out here. We've got a deck of cards, and so forth. And what's going to happen is we're going to kind of pull up a bunch of cards, and we want to see how many cards we can get either high or low. So we're going to play the game of war. So often if you play a game, 2 people play, both pull the top card, whoever gets the higher card kind of wins. Okay. In our situation, the first 5 cards we're going to get a king, a jack, a 5, a 10, and a jack. We want to calculate what is the chance that my next card is going to be higher or lower than 7. Okay, so take our 5 cards, put it off to the side, take our main deck, put it up top so we can still see it. Things you have to know. We have to know the total amount of cards. In a normal deck of cards, we know that there are 52 cards. We picked the number 7 because if we go from ace being the lowest, actually we'll change that, aces will go low, and then kings are high, we know that 7 is the exact middle. So basically if it's 7 and lower, it's low, if it's 7 and above, it's higher. So out of those 52 cards, we pulled 5 of them. So we know that there's 47 cards left in this deck right here. Of those cards, I pulled 4 cards that were higher than 7. So half of 52 should be 26. So 26 minus 4, I know that there is a 22 cards left in this deck that are above 7. I only pulled 1 card that was below 7, so 26 minus 1, I know that there's 25 cards left in the deck that are below 7. So there's a 22 out of 47% chance that I'm going to pull a higher card, and a 25 out of 47 chance of me pulling a lower card. If you were to convert those into a percentage, you divide 22 by 47 and times by 100, means we have a 46.8% chance of it being higher, and we have a 53.2% chance of it being lower, and we're lower. If we did it again, we'd have to suddenly change our numbers, because now it's no longer 47, it'd be 46. And because we were lower, it would now be 24 out of 46 and 22 out of 46. It'd be higher. Sometimes these problems can be more word-based. So we're going to look at Kyle here. And Kyle is going to have basically his last 9 vacations have each last a certain amount of time, or a certain number of days. Looking at this table, we want to figure out that his next vacation he takes, what are the odds of it being less than 3 days long? If we look at this, we know out of his 9 vacation days, or out of his 9 vacations, 5 of them were less than 3 days long. So we have a chance of 5 out of 9 looking forward. So if we go 5 divided by 9, and again times it by 100, he's got a 55% chance of his next vacation being less than 3 days long. Okay, so that's it for the first section of probability, and I think the easiest way to make this is we're going to replicate question 1 again for you guys. We'll shuffle it up, and you're basically going to have to pick the next card. So you have your 5 cards. Remember, aces are low. That works out. So these are the 5 cards you've drawn. A high card, a low, and a low, and a low card. What are the odds that the next card I draw are going to be a high or a low card? So just so we can remember, we'll say we got a jack, a king, an ace, a 2, and an ace. And for the second question, we'll make it a bit harder. We'll give you a few more cards. So in this case, we will draw the following: 5, 9, an ace, 6, a 2, a queen, and a king. Yeah, it'll work out. So we have a low, a high, a low, a low, a low, a high, and a high.